We're living in a new age of invention. Brilliant brains are no longer just holed up in leading university labs or research facilities.
Today, inventors are coming together in technology hubs like this to design,
to help improve people's lives.
It's actually working. That's so cool.
For this series, we brought together 7 of the UK's leading engineers, designers and computer programmers.
Ta-da!
I'm going to make myself the guinea pig.
They'll use cutting-edge science and technology to build life-changing solutions for people in desperate need.
I don't know who to ask or where to go.
In pain, uncomfortable.
From helping individuals who are seriously ill
Whoa!
to solving issues affecting entire communities.
Someone's either going to get seriously injured and can't get aid, or someone's going to die.
They'll attempt to tackle major problems that have so far gone unsolved.
I think I've created something really new and possibly revolutionary.
The potential of this is massive. Fingers crossed, nothing cracks or explodes.
I'm Simon Reeve. Over the next 9 months, I'll be working with this brilliant team.
If they succeed, they could change these people's lives and the lives of many more.
This is the best thing that could ever happen to us.
Keep going, keep going! Keep going to do.
Our team's base is in East London. Known as a makerspace, it's one of a national network of inventors' hubs crammed full of the latest technology. It's from here that our 7 leading inventors will attempt to create fixes for people with nowhere else to turn.
I'm really excited about what we're going to learn. I can't wait to meet these people.
The team includes a director from Microsoft, engineers who worked at Dyson's Innovation Labs, award-winning designers who've built everything from ambulances to earthquake sensors.
Yeah, right, let's get our sleeves rolled up and get stuck in.
The next case is 7-year-old Rosie. She had brain surgery as a baby and now wears a cumbersome medical helmet whenever she's awake. She wants the team to invent something that'll be less visible and help her fit in with her friends. The case will be led by Dr. Zoe Laughlin.
I always wanted to make things. I wanted to kind of engage physically in the world and invent stuff, because it's fundamentally all about interrogating the world and going, why is that like that? And could it be done better and differently and with a bit more ingenuity?
She's a materials engineer and an artist who works with everything from precious metals to porcelain and even space dust.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi, Rosie.
Are you Rosie?
Today we've come to Stockton-on-Tees to meet Rosie and her mum Nat.
Can we talk about what you've got on your head?
I just trip over a lot and I can't stop.
Do you trip or your legs give way underneath you? They get a bit wobbly.
I just trip sometimes.
She was born at 26 weeks, so she was born pretty early. And she had a bleed on her brain. Because of that, she's now blind in the right eye. She's got undertoned muscles as well, and she just falls quite a lot, don't you?
Will you show me your helmet? Can you take it off for me so we can have a closer look?
You manage.
Let's have a look. Does it get hot?
Sometimes when it's really sunny, it rubs on my head and it makes my head go all sore.
Look here, you can really see those 2 marks there where it rubs against the front of your head. So have you been wearing a helmet ever since you could walk, since you're a toddler?
Yeah.
Always.
To learn more about what Rosie wants from a protective helmet, Zoe asks her and her sisters to draw some designs.
We're all going to think about the most amazing helmet. What would it have on it? What would it be like? OK?
So we're going to put on whatever we want?
Yeah, whatever you want.
As with any child, Rosie just wants to fit in with her friends.
I'm doing it in orange.
Permanent safety helmets are widely used by people with epilepsy and brain injuries. But Rosie is very keen that hers is different.
Whoa, that's cool.
She's never been able to wear her hair on a daily basis, how she likes, in any kind of style she wants. She'll ask me for a bun in her hair, and I can't put a bun in her hair.
So you'd like something then that means she can do her hair or express herself through her hair?
I think she's probably outgrown it now as well. I think she needs something a bit, this next step up.
And have you got any thoughts about what that should be?
The only thing I can really say that she loves is music, David Bowie, and she's absolutely fanatical about him, like really badly, like just absolutely loves everything about him.
Like most 7-year-olds, Rosie already has ideas on what her new helmet will be like. This is the helmet.
Yeah,
and it's got what? What is special about that helmet?
It's got a microphone and it's got wings and the cakes on it.
It's got a microphone and wings and cakes on it. That is a pretty special helmet.
And it's got 2 light bulbs.
They were the 4 key things: lights, wings, music and cake.
Close eyes. Okay. Before we leave, Rosie is desperate to show us something. Whoa! Wow! You do love him, don't you? What are your favourite pictures of him there?
I've got that on one of my magazines.
Have you?
Yeah. That is on full volume. I have not had it this loud. I've got some actions.
Go on, let's see them. You teach me.
I can't quite hear Rosie's voice. Back in London, Zoe and I feed back to the rest of the team.
Rosie really touched me. What a character. Yeah, I really felt for her, and I really wanted to think of just do the absolute best for her. I mean, grown adults don't even like wearing bike helmets because they mess up their hair. Imagine if you had to wear that all the time, how it impacts on both your identity but also just the comfort. And as you said, it's itchy and it's hot and you can't run around, and I think we can really do something to help her.
The idea that it's not one helmet, it's potentially... Yeah. We're potentially designing a system for her to look nice. You probably don't look like David Bowie every day, but you want to be able to look like David Bowie sometimes.
I'm really conscious with this that this is obviously a medical device. It's been designed as a medical device and tested as one. And anything that we produce here would need to be subjected to that same testing regime.
The team have hit on a serious problem. Testing any medical device can take years to get the right certification. Zoe and the team must find a quicker way to create the potentially life-changing helmet for Rosie. Zoe is redesigning 7-year-old Rosie's bulky medical helmet. Today we've come to Rosie's school.
Here she comes, Zoe!
We want to know how her teacher feels about her helmet. Do you feel more comfortable as her teacher knowing that she's got quite a large, bulky helmet on her head?
For definitely when she's walking around the classroom and walking through school, she needs to have something to protect her. The thing that concerns me a little bit is sometimes I look at her and she just looks uncomfortable. Like, you can see that she's hot and you think she's wearing that all of the time, all day long. I can't imagine personally having a helmet on literally from the moment I wake up until I go home at night.
Zoe goes to meet Dr. Win Tin, Rosie's consultant. He's looked after Rosie since birth and through 2 major brain operations, but now thinks she could reduce down how much she wears the helmet.
During the school time, during the bedtime, of course, I don't think she really needs it. But again, it's a comfort zone and the confidence factor, which I think is important for Rosie.
So do you envisage a time when she wouldn't need a helmet?
I do. The difficulty is nobody can tell when. I think she will be in a position to come off, and when everybody surrounding her will be also comfortable.
So a less protective helmet that enabled her to transition between helmet and no helmet, it psychologically might be helpful.
That will be very useful for her, actually, yeah.
So it's clear Rosie won't always need a helmet. Zoe knows she needs to create head protection that provides safety, but crucially, starts to wean Rosie off wearing a helmet altogether.
We've got some helmets, and we've got one here that's actually pretty close to the type that Rosie has. A blue foam. Really nothing very sophisticated. It's almost like something like wetsuit material. In the case of this, nothing more than a web, you know, that attaches to the head, but, you know, there's a gap which provides some form of protection. When you know, get a knock, it's going to make your head shake around, whereas this will just absorb it and be much softer and just provide better cushioning, really.
We see these everywhere now, you know, don't we? We think a lot of people associate them, I suppose, with ludicrous health and safety. What force can this withstand? It's not a bowling ball. Goodness. OK, this is a challenge now. A bit harder.
I don't think I'm going to get much purchase on it.
Oh, look! Bit of a dent now. Bit of a dent.
And a crack.
But look, the head inside would be nice and safe. Bit more purchase.
It's the foam which is doing all the protecting there.
We start to investigate protective headwear to examine the different materials that are used.
Let's take that out there. So there's our hard shell, like the crash helmet, the builder's helmet has. Now, look, here's the polystyrene, similar to the bike helmet. Look, standard polystyrene, like packaging you'd get for a TV or something.
Then Zoe mixes up a non-Newtonian fluid, something you find in your kitchen cupboard.
Big bag of corn flour.
Yeah.
Want to get it to the sort of consistency...
Can I assist?
Double cream, yeah, get your hands stuck in there. Right, so actually this is pretty perfect consistency-wise. This, if you just put your hand in, it's soft and runny, but if you punch it...
That is astonishing.
Go on, pop your hand in.
No! What do you mean pop my hand in? Just keep the hammer away. I want to do the punching more.
Go on, you do a punch, just so you get your confidence up. Fast release and you'll come away clean.
That's astonishing. How is that possible? Look.
Yeah, that's good. That's it.
That's incredible.
So that is a liquid that will absorb energy and provide protection. What's happening is it's those particles, the little tiny grains of the flour. They're not dissolved, they're just suspended in the water. And they normally just move over each other nicely. But if you give them energy, they can't get out of the way quick enough. So they actually, in effect, lock together and provide that protection.
It's this principle that Zoe now needs to turn into practical head protection for Rosie. "250 miles away in Stockton-on-Tees, Zoe's been teaching Rosie how to customise her helmets. But Zoe never stops searching for a way to make the helmets as lightweight and inconspicuous as possible. Inspiration comes from the most surprising places.
Hiya. So I've just had a bath, and I was in the bath and I had a thought about Rosie and the crash helmets and the problem of foams, like what it is you actually want from a foam. You want it to be able to kind of collapse and absorb the energy, but actually you want it to be able to spring back and recover so it's ready to, you know, receive another impact.
She begins investigating every foam in existence.
You wouldn't want that as a crash helmet.
She settles on a revolutionary new foam, which has similar properties to corn flour.
I've got this special type of material that's really high-tech, used in top-end protective clothing. So it's a kind of foam and a liquid at the same time. It's soft and malleable, but if you bash it, it becomes more solid.
Then, on a night out, she has a moment of inventor's inspiration.
I was walking down the street and I've seen a man wearing a headband, and it made me think of Rosie's helmet being just a headband. Look, can you see him over my shoulder? It's quite wide at the front, and it goes down to a narrow thing at the back.
Back at her workshop, Zoe begins working on high-tech headbands that will protect the weakest parts of the skull around the temple. It takes 2 months of prototype testing. Then she's ready to see what Rosie and her parents think.
What I've been making here is actually looking at making a range of headbands that use absolutely high-tech internal materials. So they're soft, but actually really robust and really absorb loads of energy. But I thought it would be interesting if we could try and essentially make for Rosie objects that she can wear in the classroom or when you go for dinner, something that's not a helmet at all, and then enables her to have her own hair and give her that confidence to take the helmet off. So straight over your head, all the way down, or like that. So then that much cooler.
No, it is a lot cooler, isn't it?
But even that, I mean,
It looks like a sports thing that goes on your forehead.
Yeah. It is like a sports thing. This is used in, you know, Olympic ski suits and the top-end motorcyclists' clothing. People who ride horses use it in breastplates. This is a part of a breastplate for a horse rider. Right. Things where you need flexibility, you need movement, but you need protection as well. So it's kind of, come from the, sort of the elite athletes.
As parents, how comfortable would you feel about this idea at all?
Oh, perfectly comfortable, because it has got obviously it's got the protection on it as well.
It's about finding the appropriate object for the appropriate moment.
Yeah.
When she's outside and running around, the helmet is appropriate. But when she's sat at the desk at school,
and she gets
it's just too much.
It really does get a lot.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. I think it's a great idea because, like you said, it's just like what other people would wear. But yeah, it's got the protection in it, which you can't really tell by looking at them.
Is it feeling comfortable now? Does it feel hot?
Can I wear this one for school?
You can take one to school, yeah.
Yeah, you can wear it for school.
One for inside and a different one for outside.
This has all been a revelation to us. We can't thank you enough. And I think it will transform her life.
You think it will transform her life? It's as significant as that?
I really do. To give her that, just to give her that confidence, to learn to do her own hair and just little things like that.
To see the benefit of the headbands, Zoe is organised for Rosie to meet a top hairdresser. Free from her helmet, Rosie can now have almost any hairstyle she wants. How would you describe today?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking, good. Serious question.
The best day of my life ever.
Pardon?
The best day of my life ever.
The best day of your life ever? So far? You never know what's to come. That's great. Pop it up. That's it.
That's good.
And then we can even put the clip back in.
Hold on.
I know.
It looks good.
Let's have a look.
Should we have a look in this mirror? What do you think?
That's brilliant. Give us a twirl. Woohoo!
Is that a happy face? Are you looking forward to showing friends at school? It looks great, and there's still protection there in that delicate bit at the front. Yeah. You look fantastic.
Show my mum and dad.
Okay, you can show mum and dad. For 6 months, Zoe has researched and tested nearly every type of helmet and material that could protect Rosie. The high-tech headband she has invented is a world first. And Rosie's enjoying the freedom her high-tech headband is now giving her.
Yay!
Yeah.